Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to review this Regal robot Chewbacca bust. Now I do have Caesar sitting over here too. I actually did a separate review on him and he's actually done very well also. But today's review is going to be all about Chewbacca. So as mentioned, this was made by a company called Regal Robot. If you're not familiar with Regal Robot, as I understand it, the owner, Tom Spina, he has restored a lot of these original props from some of these famous movies. And over the years, with the relationships he's kind of built, he's been able to license some of these Star Wars pieces. And I would say Star Wars has definitely been the bread and butter of Regal Robot. But just recently in 2023, they got the Indiana Jones license and they've released some of the Indiana Jones replica props, which they first released this urn, then they released this chalice. Now these aren't the stones from Regal Robot, but they have a not the light up stones, but the regular stones. They recently kind of sold out of those, and I guess they'll probably be shipping in a couple of months or so. And I'm sure more Indiana Jones stuff is to come as with Star Wars. But this Chewbacca bust, right now, in April of 2024, they are still selling it on their site. I would imagine at some point you won't be able to get them anymore, and then you'll have to go on the secondary market, which unfortunately, getting anything Star Wars that's well done on the secondary market is going to be a very expensive endeavor. Star Wars has probably, well, not probably, they do have the hugest fan base, and they also have the biggest fan base that has deepest wallets. So unfortunately, if these ever do not get made anymore and they sell out, it's probably going to be very expensive to pick one up. And actually right now it's also very expensive to pick one up. I was fortunate enough, another collector gave me a pretty good deal on this. I guess it was last year. But with Regal Robot, they do excellent work. It is licensed. It's all American produced and all those things. They check all those boxes, but they're also very expensive too. You're paying for that quality. So enough talking. Let me just kind of dive into this review of Chewbacca. Now, as you can see, the base itself, very simple. They do give you this nice little plaque here that Tom himself signs. We'll kind of move up to the body. Now, they did actually do a limited Chewbacca that was just the head. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments, but I believe they did 50 of those. And it was supposed to be signed by the guy that actually played Chewbacca. And unfortunately, he passed away during the making of it. And so his wife did a signature. And then Mark Hamill himself actually wrote a personal letter that was included with all the heads. And since they only made 50 of them, that one, I think, just with the provenance and with that personal letter, you see them go for some really good money. But this one's more of an open edition. Not sure how many they've made so far. But as you can see, it's not just the head. It includes the body, and it also has a bit of the bandolier. So personally, for me, I'm a much bigger fan to have a little bit of body than having just the head. And I think it, just adds to the presence of the piece. And I'm not, I mean, this is definitely a life-size Chewbacca. You may not be able to see in the camera, but Chewbacca's got a big head. I think he stands over 7 foot if you had a full life-size Chewbacca. So this particular piece, I believe, is about 35 inches tall. So it is a rather large bust for one that doesn't have arms. So as you can see, the hair work that they did on this bust is really nice. Just getting all these hairs to lay correctly, but the one thing that I think really sets it apart is you can just notice all the different colors of hairs that they use with Chewbacca. I mean, mixing up all those different colors, it's not an easy task. But I think that's what really gives this one such a well done look to it. They, well, at least in my opinion, they really nailed the hair. I'll just spin this around. I mean, there's nothing much to really see in the back. But you can see they gave it the longer hairs there, so it kind of hangs down. Kind of adds to the overall presence of this bust. And then, of course, the star of the show is the actual head sculpt, which is really, really well done, in my opinion. And they have 2 different versions. One is kind of a roaring mouth, and one is this pose where, you know, his mouth is just a little bit open. But, and I like them both. You know, the roaring one, you have to look at their website. I'm pretty sure it's like another $800 or $1,000 or something to that nature. But this closed mouth one, or it's not really closed, the partially open mouth one, I think is also really good. You can't really go wrong with either of them. But you can see the teeth work inside of it is very nice. The teeth look very real. The coloring that they put on the teeth, you know, these don't look like, you know, Chewbacca's been brushing his teeth every single night. They've got some age to them. They've got a nice coloring. And they actually match, you know, like the gaps in the teeth and all that, what you saw on screen. So, great looking teeth work. And those eyes, it's one of these busts that, man, it looks like he's staring right through you. He's got some baby blues going on. But the eyes look very realistic and very good. Now, I'm not an expert on how to brush his hair properly and all that. I mean, I just kind of did a little bit. But for me, I mean, he's Chewbacca. I don't think he's really ever brushing his hair. So I think the way I kind of have it, you know, looks pretty good. So yeah, for me, I've seen a lot of different Chewbaccas out there, and there's some good stuff out there. But personally, in bust form, and actually they also make a 1-to-1 of this, this is the best Chewbacca out there in my book. Very happy to have it in the collection. Just do a 360, kind of see the head part. There's nothing really to see in the back. I don't know. What do you guys think? Just throw any questions, comments down in the comments section. I almost forgot to mention, this head is actually, you can remove the head, and underneath, it's got almost like something that you would see like on a patio umbrella, where you can adjust the arm. I'll put a picture in there of it. And that way you can tilt his head down, up, look straight, you can kind of put it in the way you want it. And then this head's on a pole, so you can actually, you know, insert the head at whatever angle you want. So his head is pretty much fully poseable. So, yeah, wanted to let you guys know of that feature. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching another video. I'm a huge fan of home theater and these movie replica props. I'm going to put out a couple of videos each week in those areas. And if you're a huge fan like I am, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.